Hello and welcome to Kat's Crafty Corner. I am your host, Kathy from La Crosse Public Library. It is another holiday edition. We are going to make some holiday ornaments that you will find this make and take kit at the main library for the La Crosse Public Library. One of the ornaments we will be making is a nice little Grinch. Another one will be a nice little beaded snowflake. And our last one is not really considered an ornament. However, it is cute and it's a little snow globe. So we'll have that also available in the kit. I am going to turn my camera around and so that we can unpack our kit together, and then we will create each of these 3 holiday decorations. So be back in a moment. All right, here are the 3 holiday ornaments we are going to be working on today. Just want to show you them a little bit more closer. So we are going to do a Grinch, we are going to do a snow globe, and we are going to do a beaded snowflake. So let me just put these off to the side and let's unpack our kit that you will find close to the circulation checkout desk at the La Crosse Public Library. It will look something like this. You should see some kind of a poster in there. It says Adult Make and Takes Holiday Ornaments. And so you'll have a poster in there. You are going to have step-by-step instructions, picture instructions for the Grinch and to do the snow globe. The snowflake was actually something that I had purchased through Oriental Trading, and then they had their own instructions with that purchase. So I just kept it that way. So you're going to have a set of instructions. You are going to find a lot of bags. You're going to find your paint and a paintbrush for the Grinch. You are going to find all your beading for pipe cleaners for your snowflake. You should find 2 types of snow for your snow globe. You're going to have little balls and some glittery snow. You are going to have 1 snow globe in your possession. You are going to also have a couple images to color for your snow globe, and then this is a little square that you're going to use inside the snow globe to adhere everything so that it looks like it has some movement in there. And then here's your baggie for your Grinch. You're gonna have a wood slice, you're gonna have some twine, a little feather boa, a little Santa hat, and then the Grinch face. So we are going to start with doing the Grinch one first. And basically what you want to do, and this is going to take some time to just let it dry is what it's going to do. So here's my wood slice. I'm going to just put this stuff off to the side, and I'm going to grab my paint and my paintbrush. My recommendation is just do a light coat at first because you don't need a lot of paint on here. And it covers quite well. What I also like about acrylic paint is that it washes off very nicely if you get it on your hands or on your clothing or on your work surface. So I'm just going to dab my paintbrush. You're not going to have a lot of paint in here, just enough to cover your wood slice, and just start painting. I did it from edge to edge. You can leave this edge alone. So just nice long strokes, and you can see it covers it pretty well. So instead of having you watch me paint my wood slice, I do have one prepped ahead. So I'm going to just put that in, switch it out, put it right here. So this is what my wood slice looks like when it is painted and it's dried. Just going to cover up my paint because I don't want that to dry out in case I want to use it for something else. And then we are going to place our face on our, and I'm looking for my face, here it is, our Grinch face onto our wood slice. So here's my Grinch face, and you will need possibly a squeegee or some other form of a credit card, something that just to make sure that this clear transfer tape has adhered to the vinyl. So I'm going to just do this one more time. You're going to take a corner and you are going to slowly lift it and see if the vinyl stays to the clear transfer tape, and it does. I'm going to move my wood slice in place, and then I'm going to just put this over in a spot that I think works well. So then I'm going to rub the vinyl onto my wood slice, make sure that there's no air bubbles. And then I'm going to take my squeegee again, or you can use a credit card, whichever you have on hand. And I'm going to just rub along the vinyl to make sure that it adheres to the wood slice. Then I'm going to slowly take a corner and just peel it off. And if some things don't peel, just put the vinyl or the transfer tape back on and rub again. And it will adhere. This one I'm sort of coaxing along. Don't want to pull too much because otherwise I might lose my design. And so once you have this off, my next recommendation is to put your string through your hole, because once you've added the little feather boa to the top and the Santa thing, you won't be able to get that through the hole. I learned from my first one I made that it just doesn't work that way. And there we go. So I have my Grinch face on my wood slice. So I'm going to grab my little twine here, thread it through the hole, and I'm going to just double tie a knot up here, double. And there we go, cut off excess if we don't want it. So I'm just going to put that off to the side. So the next step is I'm going to grab some liquid adhesive. You can use a hot glue gun for this, or you can choose to use liquid adhesive. If you do use liquid adhesive, you are going to just need to be a little patient and just hold your pieces in place. So, and I also grab my feather boa, and we are going to glue that to the top. And I'm going to do it more like right here on the edge of, just like that. And I'm going to get my feather boa in place. And now I just have to sit here and wait a few seconds for it to dry. The glue that I use is a little more fast drying glue than regular Elmer's glue, but it still takes some time. So we'll just let that go for a few seconds. It should be glued down very well, so I'm going to just set that right there for a minute. I am going to grab out my little Santa hat, and I'm going to do two things here. I am going to put this down and glue the ball to the trim of the hat, and I'm also going to glue the inside of the hat so it will just sits better onto the wood slice. So we'll take that and do that right now. Again, you can use hot glue. just gonna let that sit. I'm gonna clean off my water, my glue bottle. And then put that to the side. Clean off some, oops, I guess I do need that again. So we'll just let that set up. And while that's setting up, I am going to get my wood slice prepared to glue that. And that I'm actually going to glue on the top of the slice right in here. So right in here is where I'm going to add some glue, and we'll do it sort of right where the twine comes out, and I just set it right there. And I just sit and hold this. Get it so it's prepped up and it works. So while this is finishing up drying, I'm going to put it off to the side, and we are going to start our next project, and that is we're going to be working on our snowflake globe, our little globe. So let me grab my stuff and we will get started. Let's begin with our snow globe. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to color our bears. You are going to need to provide some coloring tools, either color pencils or color markers. And on this one, you're also going to need some adhesive. So either some glue or some double-sided tape. So, and then once we're done coloring our images, we are going to glue our little caps to the little tufts of fur up there, and then we will continue making our snow globe. So let me color mine and I will be right back. Okay, we're gonna fold a little strip. Hopefully you can see that there should be some creases in there. So we're just gonna fold along those. We're going to fold. Mine is a little bit bigger, but everyone else's is going to be the same size in the kits. I was trying to figure out what sizing to use, so that's why mine is just a tad bit bigger. So I am going to then add double-sided tape to two of the sides and to the bottom of the little square here. And this is to help it hold its place inside the canister, the snow globe. So let me just grab some double-sided tape, and I am going to quickly get that taken care of. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm just going to get that lap one over and put it right there. This you're not going to need to do. There we go. So add some tape to the bottom, and then on the opposite sides is what you're going to need to do. Okay, so I'm going to peel off the liner here. And then I'm going to attach one of my bears to the sides. And originally I thought you would attach it so that you don't see the square, but you're actually going to have to attach it so that you actually see the square through the legs at this moment. Once you add the snow, you're not going to see it. So there's one attached. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. If you do go down to the bottom up like this, it's not going to sit nicely in your snow globe, and you will have some issues right there. So there's everything attached. So it should look like that. Nice little squares, nice little squares. So I'm going to grab from the circle snow globe. You have those two pieces on the bottom. This one is the one that you're going to want, and we're going to attach this little dual to that bottom. So I am going to take the liner off my double-sided tape, and I'm going to attach it sort of in the middle. And there we go. So he is attached. Now I'm going to take the part of the snow globe, the head, and I'm going to angle him into here. Yep. So it will fit, and then there we'll go. So I'll just take him out for a second. Now we're going to add our snow to our snow globe. So I am going to add the nice glittery stuff. And I do apologize that it's more of a glittery type. Hopefully you don't spill it all over and have it all over your work surface. And then I'm going to add the little powder cube balls to it. This one seems like static cling. Stick statically, mix it up a little bit. And then I'm going to set these off to an angle again. And we are going to get the ski poles in, get it in, snap it shut. So then I should have a little snow globe setting right here. And then we just need to screw our cover back on. And I have a snow globe. And so you really don't see, you see it when you look at the top, but you don't see it through the bottom, that little piece right there. That is just so much fun, I think. Okay. And our last holiday ornament we are going to be making is a beaded snowflake. So I'm going to just move some of this off to the side. I purchased these through Oriental Trading. So we have a lot of things we can do with them. You're going to take your 3 pipe cleaners and we are going to bend them. So we're going to twist and bend. So I'm going to take 2 of them. I'm going to just twist this around so that I have that and that. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to twist this one around here so that I have 6 spokes. And then you just take your set of beads and start beading onto the different stems. So I'll just take this one and we just bead it. And you bead until you have about 1 inch to 1.5 inches left on top. You can do this in a rhyme or reason, or you can just randomly doing, which is what I'm doing. And just continue beading. And once you have put all your beads on and they are up to the time, we are going to then easy bend our ends over and stick them inside. So let me just finish this up and I'll be right back. So I finished all beading my my snowflake. And so here are a couple of the ends that are still open. So we're just gonna just bend these over and we are gonna just tuck it into that final bead right there. So you have just a little bit of pipe cleaner shown. But if you bend it and fold it into the bead, it stops the beads from falling. Then you take one of your pipe cleaners and when you bend it over and stick it in, you are going to grab your little hanger, thread it through and do a double knot and tie it. And that's how it will hang. So here is the snowflake that we did today. Here is my little snow globe that we did. And here is my little Grinch, and I got my tie tied, and he's all ready to be hung on the tree. So I want to just take a moment and thank everyone for tuning in to another Cat's Crafty Corner, and I hope to see you very soon.